Spring vegetables are almost everybody's favorite. We wait all winter for something truly fresh and truly sweet or truly spicy from the garden, and today we're going to use some of those. Today I'm going to do a rice bowl with spring vegetables. So I have got some of everybody's favorites in here. I've got 4 slices of bacon that I cut and chopped up fairly finely, and then I wanted to get them nice and crisp. I didn't want to have all that bacon fat left after the fact, so that I drained away. And now we have this. I left a little bit there, so we'll be able to go through the next steps, but I took probably 3/4 of it out. Now to this I'm going to add 2 green onions that have been fairly nicely chopped, and these you can get out of your own garden. And then one of my favorite spring vegetables, 8 ounces of asparagus that were cleaned, trimmed, and then cut in about 1-inch pieces. And these we're going to stir together and let them go for about a minute, and then we'll proceed from there. Also, we're going to need some sort of a sauce on this, so I've got 2 tablespoons of sesame seed oil. Now if you can find it, toasted sesame seed oil is a really nice, lot of flavor, tastes really great. And then to balance that out, 2 tablespoons of distilled vinegar or a rice wine vinegar or rice vinegar, not a seasoned variety, which would be sweeter and saltier, but just the plain one. We've got a lot of salt in here already with the bacon, so we probably won't need any additional. And then the next thing is 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame seeds. Now if you don't have toasted sesame seeds, you could toast them yourself in a skillet on the pan. Just keep them moving until they start to hop around a little bit, and you'll be able to identify when that great aroma comes off. You can, however, buy little jars of toasted sesame seeds if you aren't in the mood to do it yourself, or you really want to have it but you don't have time. Okay, so we're going to whisk this together a little bit. Now this is not going to be permanent, so if you do it earlier before you start the bacon cooking, you're going to have to come back and re-whisk it because it is going to separate on you. But you can see it gets a nice creamy lighter brown color as time goes on. We only want this to cook for about a minute. We want the onions and the peppers to stay nice and bright and truly pretty crispy yet. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off of those. Now ahead of time, I actually prepared rice. I cooked 2 cups of brown rice. Follow the directions on your package. Some take as little as 20 minutes or 10 minutes if you're using an instant variety. Some take as long as 45 minutes. So whichever one you have, follow the instructions. Let it cool somewhat. You don't want it really hot for a rice bowl. So let it cool down to about room temperature. In fact, everything can go in here closer to room temperature than hot as you begin to assemble the rice bowl. So I have 1 cup of cooked brown rice, and then we're just going to divide out these other things that we have here. So I'm going to take about 1/4 of the vegetables, and we're going to put those in one side of the bowl. And then we're going to top that. If you choose, you could top it with a little bit of black pepper, or you could stir the pepper in earlier, which is what I probably should have done. And then also in the bowl, we're going to add some other things that make it more interesting. I've got a radish that will add some color and texture. It will also add some spice depending on how much zip the radish you have has. Now a lot of times rice bowls have a soft cooked egg. For food safety reasons, if you have someone who's at high risk, that could be an issue. So I've actually got a hard cooked egg here that we're putting in with it, and that adds, again, protein. It also adds a whole nother texture. And then also about 1/4 of an avocado. So we have lots of color, lots of texture, lots of flavor. And then we're going to take our dressing mix, and we don't want to use a lot of it. So just drizzle a little bit of it over this, and less than 1/4 of it, even though you're making 4 bowls, because it has a lot of flavor on it. And then whatever is extra you can serve on the side so that everybody can try some at that point. And that's all there is to it. This is a rice bowl with spring vegetables. A lot of the steps can be done ahead, so it is very quick when you're actually ready to serve it. Eggs can be cooked, asparagus can be cut, cleaned, and ready to cook. Bacon can be chopped. The rice can be cooked, and you can bring it back to temperature, to room temperature in a microwave with great ease. So very easy to put together once you're ready to have supper or lunch. It says it makes 4 servings. They're fairly generous, but you'll have to be generous too because I think you're going to like this one. I hope you'll try it. For Oklahoma Gardening, I'm Barbara Brown.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.